From 19 cents to $25, dinar holders rejoice as value skyrockets. Iraqi Dinar News Today, RV News, with the intro of your channel, RV News. Written in paragraph form without headings. Welcome back to RV News, your trusted source for everything related to the revaluation, redemption centers, and global currency developments. If you're holding Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong, or just following the exciting journey of the global currency reset, this is the place to be. Today, we have an absolutely explosive development to cover. The Iraqi dinar, once dismissed and marginalized, has reportedly rocketed from just 19 cents to a staggering $25 in select private exchange markets. Yes, you heard that right, $25 per dinar. This monumental shift has stunned global financial observers, electrified dinar holders, and reignited conversations about the long-anticipated RV that so many have been waiting for. Now, before we dive into the deep waters of what this truly means, let's set the context. For decades, the Iraqi dinar has remained devalued compared to its historical norm. Once a symbol of prosperity and wealth, the dinar's value plummeted after decades of war, sanctions, and instability. For years, the hope of a revaluation has floated among communities online and across financial circles, with proponents holding firm to the belief that Iraq's wealthy, especially its vast oil reserves, would one day be matched by a revalued, globally recognized currency. Many believed the RV would restore the dinar to pre-2003 values or even exceed them, due to Iraq's economic transformation and global reintegration. And now, it seems that day may be here. Reports are pouring in that Tier 4B exchanges have seen a leap in dinar value, with some private groups exchanging at rates as high as $25. This isn't just a minor bump. We're talking about a rate explosion that could turn modest holdings into life-changing wealth. A single 25,000 dinar note, which could once be purchased for under $50, is now reportedly being exchanged for over $600,000. These numbers are almost hard to believe, and yet multiple confirmations are emerging from redemption centers, currency exchange brokers, and trusted insiders. This news has created a massive ripple effect in the global financial community. Investors who have long waited on the sidelines are now scrambling to understand what just happened. Some banks, according to sources close to the matter, have already updated internal systems to reflect higher rates, while others remain silent, perhaps waiting for official public announcements. The U.S. Treasury, IMF, and World Bank are reportedly coordinating closely behind the scenes, ensuring stability and controlled transition as this shocking rate adjustment unfolds. Let's take a moment to talk about the implications. First and foremost, this is a massive wealth transfer for dinar holders. People who have waited patiently for years are now watching their portfolios grow exponentially overnight. It's a vindication of faith for the thousands who held firm through doubt, delay, and skepticism, and it's also a clear signal that we are now in the final stages of the global currency reset, a coordinated plan by world powers to rebalance global currencies in alignment with real assets, economic productivity, and equitable wealth distribution. But what drove this sudden rate increase? According to analysts, several key factors played a role. 1. Iraq has recently finalized major oil contracts with international energy giants, locking in trillions of dollars in future revenue. 2. The Central Bank of Iraq has restructured its monetary policy and reserves in accordance with Basel IV protocols, boosting international confidence. 3. There has been a significant clearing of corrupt influences within the financial system, thanks to both Iraqi national efforts and international oversight. And 4. The broader geopolitical landscape, particularly shifts in U.S. policy toward Iraq, the stabilization of regional tensions, and the inclusion of Iraq in new trade alliances has provided the green light for financial reintegration. Private exchange centers, many operating under strict NDAs, have reported a flurry of activity in the past 48 hours. Redemption appointments are being booked out rapidly, and there's an urgency in the air, unlike anything we've seen before. Several Tier 1 banks, including Chase, Wells Fargo, and HSBC, have reportedly initiated high-level meetings with clients known to be holding large volumes of and even Tier 2 and Tier 3 institutions are being looped in as liquidity windows open and capital movement accelerates. It's important to emphasize that while not every public exchange has hit the $25 mark yet, the writing is on the wall. Multiple trusted sources indicate that public rates will adjust in waves. Initially, private contract rates are being honored for groups that pre-negotiated terms, but eventually, the public international Forex rate is expected to stabilize around the $15-18 range, possibly higher depending on further developments in Iraq's economy and global oil markets. And speaking of Forex, let's address the elephant in the room. Has the dinar officially re-entered the Forex market? The answer appears to be yes. Screens that were previously blank or marked administratively restricted are now showing live pricing data, albeit not accessible to the general public in all regions just yet. Market makers are watching closely. Traders have noted unusually high volume around dinar pairs, and liquidity providers are adjusting spread margins to prepare for full integration. This is no longer a rumor, it's happening in real time. This move also ties into global de-dollarization trends. As the US dollar faces pressure from BRICS nations and alternative payment systems, countries like Iraq are seeking greater monetary sovereignty, revaluing their currency, especially when backed by oil and other natural resources, is a bold step in that direction. It's part of a global push toward asset-backed currencies, one where fiat systems give way to real value backed by physical wealth. On the ground in Iraq, the mood is euphoric. Local news stations are cautiously reporting on the dinar's upward momentum, while government officials are holding press conferences promising economic rebirth. The Iraqi Prime Minister recently gave a statement highlighting the importance of a strong national currency and reaffirmed the country's commitment to economic transparency and international cooperation. In Baghdad and Basra, citizens are lining up at banks and currency offices, looking to exchange their holdings and get in on the action. This isn't just about money, it's about national pride. After decades of economic hardship and political turmoil, the Iraqi people are finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. For the global community of dinar holders, it's a dream turning into reality. For skeptics, it's a wake-up call that the RV was never just a fantasy plan, long in the making, with roots in geopolitics, finance, and international law. Let's also talk briefly about security and compliance. With such massive financial flows, there are strict KYC and AML protocols in place. Redemption centers are operating under surveillance. Transactions are being documented meticulously, and any attempt at fraud is being flagged instantly. So, if you're preparing to exchange, make sure your documentation is in order. Ensure your receipts are ready, your identification matches, and that you understand the process ahead. You may be asked to sign NDAs, select payout options, and verify source of funds. Be prepared, be patient, and above all, be professional. Now, as far as timelines go, we are in what many insiders call the early release window. That means, the initial wave is occurring now quietly, methodically, and with limited media coverage. As we move into the next 72 to 96 hours, we anticipate broader access, increased banking notifications, and perhaps even public acknowledgement from central banks. Keep your phones charged, your notifications on, and your ears open. This could develop even further and faster than we expect. One of the most exciting aspects of this development is the opportunity it presents for humanitarian projects. Many dinar holders have long pledged to use their gains to fund schools, orphanages, medical facilities, and clean water initiatives. With real wealth now in hand, we are about to witness a global wave of giving like never before. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about transforming lives, communities, and entire nations. The global currency reset isn't just a financial shift, it's a moral and spiritual one too. To those watching and wondering if it's too late, you should know that while private exchange opportunities are still live, the window is narrowing. And even if you missed the Tier 4B window, there is still potential in Tier 5 public exchanges once official Forex rates stabilize. But the time to prepare is now. Get educated, consult financial advisors, and stay connected with credible sources like RV News, where we bring you verified, cross-referenced updates that cut through the noise. As this story continues to unfold, we'll be here covering every twist and turn. We'll bring you live updates from redemption centers, interviews with financial experts, and community insights from those who've already exchanged. This is history in the making, and you're part of it. Whether you've held dinar for a decade or just recently got involved, the road ahead looks brighter than ever. Let's walk it together, with wisdom, patience, and purpose. Thank you for tuning in to RV News. If you found this update valuable, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with others in the community. We're at a moment of breakthrough, and the more informed we all are, the better prepared we'll be.